Hi, today I'm going to show you how I make my lid, or you say a cover for a plate that when you heating up, reheat your leftover food, you're going to use the plastic wrap to wrap around because that's not very healthy. I'm making a cover, a lid for the plate. You can make many different sizes depending on what you are going to use for your plate for reheat in your microwave oven. So this is the lid that I made it out of clay. It's very useful. I use it every day to reheat my lunch in the microwave oven. Basically, you just make a very shallow bowl and let it dry, and then you trim, and then you add a handle. And you might want to punch 2 holes here. I have 2 holes on the side so the steam can evaporate from these 2 holes. So I'm going to show you how I make them. Okay, I'm using the clay. It's about 2.5 pounds to 3 pounds of porcelain, and like I say, that I'm going to throw a shallow ball and let it dry and then trim. So I'm going to show you how I make my ball. I'm centering first, and you can see when centering, my right arm is very steady, holding right on top of the splash pan, and then my left hand is kind of push the clay against my right hand. Pretty quick, I could find the center of my clay, and then I am digging a hole. I use my right thumb to dig a small hole, and while I'm digging, this hand has to, the right hand, I'm kind of holding on the side to stabilize my finger, my thumb. So in the meantime, when I'm opening, this hand is still grabbing the clay, so it's kind of a centering the clay too. And once I have a little opening here, I add more water into the middle of the hole, and then continue digging using my left fingers. And while I'm digging, in the meantime, I'm still kind of compress the wall. My left hand is digging, but my right hand is not there. That without doing the job, my right hand is still apply the pressure onto the wall while I'm digging. So in the meantime, I'm still centering the wall. And I usually dig it all the way in the middle. About, I would say about 1/4 inch, or a little bit more than 1/4 inch. And then once I reach the middle, that is the thickness I wanted to, and then I gradually expand my clay, the inside clay. And depending on the shape you want to make, if you want to make a bowl shape, then when you open, you want to open kind of curly opening on the inside. But if you are going to open a vases, then you want to open a flat inside. instead of a curvy inside, a curve inside. So now I am going to expand it with a curve for the inside of my shallow bowl. And remember, constantly lubricate the clay when you are trying to apply the pressure. Okay, if you want to make a shallow bowl, it might be easier for you to have a wider base. But in this case, I'm not going to have a wider base. I just keep the base a little bit narrow. But for yourself, if you are more of a beginner, you might want to have a wider base to help you to have a support underneath. So now I'm using my left fingers, the thumb and the fingertip, to kind of lift. The right hand is kind of stabilizing my left hand, that's all. Not much of the pressure on my right hand. Still lifting using my left hand. I'm using the chamois to round the corner of the rim. And for the better looking of the inside, I usually have a little wooden rib. It's a round rib. I use this to compress the inside. I like this kind of rib is because when you position this position, you have this kind of curve. But if you tip over, then there's a shallow curve you could use. So in one piece, you can have many different kind of curve. So just use that to compress on the bottom, on the inside. After that, I am using a rubber rib, or you can use the metal rib to refine the curve. Also, there's a little bit of a texture from the wood. You could remove it by simply bend your rib and lightly compressed. And here's how I use the metal rib. I slightly bend my metal rib and then I gradually move on the inside of the wall. So the shallow bore is made. The white, once the clay dry, it's very hard to cut, and when it's still wet, it's very easy. Especially if you put it on a wheel and put your finger holding the string, the cutting wire, and you just slightly spin the wheel, and it's very easy to cut as long as you push your wire against the bed, and it's very easy to cut it through. So that's the look of inside, and nice curve. The outside, I will trim it and show you how I attach the handle later on. Okay, now I'm ready to trim the lid that I made yesterday. The cover. So basically I'm trimming this shallow bowl without a foot. Remove the foot, and then I will add a handle to it. I'm using the hacksaw blade trimming tool that I made it myself. I usually tell people A bit of a chattering decoration in here. Okay, so I finished trim this cover. It's a dome shape, a little bit of decoration here, some chattering decoration. So this is what it looks like. So now I'm ready to add the handle so that when you using it, it's easier for you to lift without burning your fingers. So you want to add a handle. So measure the right size and cut the excess clay off. So I brush some slip over where I'm going to joint. Make sure it's right in the middle, and then compress. adjust the curve. Apply more pressure onto the joint. I use my stamp to apply more pressure, also kind of serve as my signature for this piece. So this is the lid, the cover is finally made, and I would, after this dry a little bit more, I would get a drill bit here to punch one hole here and the other hole on the other side, so that when you're heating up your food, the moisture, the steam can come out from the little hole, so that it's easier to heat up that way.